We continue our series into what are they hiding? Everything they do makes it obvious that they're hiding something. So what are they hiding? Justice Department says Bondi won't appear for Epstein deposition now that she's no longer Attorney General. All right, so right off the bat, if you're subpoenaed by Congress, it doesn't matter if you work for the government or not. You've been subpoenaed. Like if you had a job in the government and you got subpoenaed, and then you didn't have a job between getting subpoenaed and your deposition, you still have to go do it. That's not, like, you don't get to just lose your government job and then be like, oh, you subpoenaed me, but I'm not going to appear now. That's not how it works. There's no connection between a government job and you got to go. You have information. They think you have information that's helpful. You got to go. And so, once again, and this is why it's the series of what are they hiding? Because why don't you just go and do it? Just go and do it. If you got nothing to hide, just go and do it. Has nothing to do with the fact that you're not the Attorney General anymore. So, oh my God. And we know that they're hiding a lot. Oh, don't we know? Don't we know? The Department of Justice said Wednesday that Pam Bondi will not appear for her upcoming deposition in the House Oversight Committee Jeffrey Epstein investigation, given that she is no longer serving as the U.S. Attorney General. Not how it works. Not how it works. You've been subpoenaed. It doesn't matter what your job is, whether it's in government or not. You've been subpoenaed. This is not how it works. It marks the latest roadblock in Congress's fight. It's not a roadblock. Why is this worded this way? She still has to go. It marks the latest roadblock in Congress's fight to secure Bondi's sworn testimony related to the Justice Department's public release of its investigative files into the late convicted sex offender. The department argued that Bondi was subpoenaed in her official role as Attorney General and not in a personal capacity. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You have information. You don't have information because you're Attorney General, and then when you're not, you just don't have the information. It's in your mind. It's in your head. You have information. As such, she won't appear on Capitol Hill on April 14th to discuss her role overseeing the release of the Epstein files. Assistant Attorney General Patrick D. Davis wrote in a letter to House Oversight Chairman James Comer. Again, and I'm going to say this over and over again, not how it works. Ms. Bondi no longer holds that office. As a result, because Ms. Bondi no longer can testify in her official capacity as Attorney General, the department's deposition is that the subpoena no longer obligates her to appear on April 14th. False! False! Again, she's got information. Whether or not she's AG doesn't matter. She's got information that Congress thinks that she has that will be helpful. We kindly ask that you confirm that the subpoena is withdrawn, Davis said in a letter which was obtained by CNN. We kindly ask. But the panel is still looking to move forward. Because it's not how it works! A spokeswoman for the Republican-led panel said in a statement that the committee will contact Pam Bondi's personal counsel to discuss next steps regarding scheduling her deposition. Good. Good. Bring her in. Because everything this administration does makes it look like they're covering something up. Now, do we know for sure? No. But come on. Does 2 + 2 = 4? Bring her in. Rep. Robert Garcia, the top Democrat on the panel, said Bondi must appear regardless of her title. Correct. Our bipartisan subpoena is to Pam Bondi, whether she is Attorney General or not. Exactly. She must come in to testify immediately, and if she defies the subpoena, we will begin contempt charges in Congress. The survivors deserve justice. True. So why are you trying so hard to cover all this up? Smells like crap. The panel subpoenaed Bondi in a bipartisan manner last month, with 5 Republicans joining Democrats in the effort. Nancy Mace, who led the subpoena effort, argued Wednesday that it still stands. Of course it does. Pam Bondi cannot escape accountability simply because she no longer holds the office of Attorney General. Correct. Our motion to subpoena Pam Bondi, which was passed by the Oversight Committee, was for Bondi by name, not by title. Exactly. You have information. Whether or not you're AG doesn't mean that information disappears from your mind. That's not how it works. She will still have to appear before the Oversight Committee for a sworn deposition, Mace said on X. The American people deserve answers, and we expect her to appear as soon as a new date is set. Correct. Even before President Donald Trump fired Bondi last week, Democrats and some of those Republicans have been working to ensure that Comer did not rescind the subpoena. Just this week, Mason Democratic Rep. Ro Khanna sent a letter to Comer urging him to publicly reaffirm that Bondi would appear for her scheduled deposition next week. Let me guess, he probably didn't even respond to that, because Comer, he's kind of crappy. That's putting it mildly. Comer has faced pressure to reevaluate the then Attorney General's deposition after some conservative hardliners were open to changing their position after Bondi voluntarily spoke with the panel in a contentious closed-door meeting last month. Comer, who did not vote for the subpoena... Why wouldn't you? If you're in a serious fact-finding mission in something that looks really disgusting and deep, why wouldn't you? Saying he didn't think it necessary. Why is it not necessary? She said their files were on her desk. Okay. Has said he plans to speak with Republicans about next steps. The Kentucky Republican notably indicated before Bondi's ouster that he planned to honor the subpoena. Good. I haven't talked to Republicans. I'm sure I'll give them a call this weekend, Comer said. I don't know what is going to happen. We'll talk to the Republicans, but as of now, I plan on moving forward with all of our subpoenas. Good, because if you're serious, you would. And the minute you don't, you're unserious. And we know that it smells like a cover-up. You know what I'm saying? Comer previously said if he were to rescind the subpoena, he would have to consult legal counsel because he wasn't sure how that process would be handled. He doesn't even know. Ultimately, Bondi's standing in the Trump administration was soured, in part by her stumbles in handling the Epstein investigation. Which is crazy to me. Like, Trump goes deep with Epstein for decades. So how did he think this was going to go? Did he think if he hired the right AG and they just waved their magic wand, he would be totally vindicated and everyone would move on? No. Bro, no. There is no person you could hire that would have made this not end up where it is. 0 people, my friend. That's your fault, Orange Man. That's your fault. You know why. Asked on Tuesday about the congressional subpoena, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche said he would leave the matter to Chairman Comer and others to figure out. Hopefully that doesn't mean he knows that Comer's not going to do it. Cover up smells like cover up in the morning. All right, let's take a look at some of these comments. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Contempt charges, ASAP for all of them. Anyone who said it's cool, she doesn't work here anymore, should also be charged with obstruction. Correct, because it's literally not how it works. Nobody says, here's a subpoena for the Attorney General and only the Attorney General with no name on it. No, here's a subpoena for Pam Bondi because you know things. You might know things because you were the Attorney General, but nobody men in blacked your mind with a freaking wand. It's still in there, baby. Let me have it. We need to know. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So all Clinton had to say was, I'm not president anymore, and he wouldn't have had to testify, right? They double standard all across the way because it's not about actually figuring out what happened in justice. No, it's just to paint a picture, a partisan one, a very partisan one, okay? And they look like fools in that Hillary Clinton testimony, as we all know. So this was the reason she was replaced, which is, but again, probably true. Probably more true that she was replaced because of where we are with how it smells, the implication of Trump on all this. But yeah, I think Trump is stupid enough to be like, well, if I just fire you, you won't have to do that. It's not true. It's not true, bro. I hope Trump runs over everyone with his bus. Oh, my goodness. I assume Comer will give her cover and make her not appear. That's what I feel like, too, man. Midterms are so important for the Epstein files because Republicans control the committees and are blocking anything from ever becoming public. Really makes you think that people like Comer were involved with raping kids the way he is working to make sure all the pedos face no consequences. I don't agree with that. It's just all about power. Comer wants Republicans to stay in power. And so anything that makes Republicans look bad, he doesn't like. It's a partisan game. It's not a game about justice for the survivors. It's just a partisan game. Partisan game. If good for Republicans, push out, get it out there, do. If bad, hold back, cover up. No. It's really that simple to me. Unfortunately for her, the subpoena named her personally and wasn't in any way tied to her role as AG. The only way it was tied to her role as AG is because she might have known and figured out things because she was in that capacity. But it's in your mind now, girl. It's in your mind. And we want to know. Ho, do we want to know? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we want to know. How about contempt charges? Todd Blanche is on it. I think you mean is in on it. That is super convenient. Now, making sure the turnover is high enough that nobody is responsible for anything is a strategy. It really feels like that's a strategy. All right, that's enough. Anyways, why is it that everything this administration does and anybody connected to this administration, why does it feel like they're covering everything up? Why does it feel like they're covering everything up? Anything they do is not in service of fact-finding and justice at all. And so, like, what are we supposed to think that means? You know what that means. Smells like a cover-up, looks like a cover-up, walks like a cover-up. Anyways, you got it. And subscribe for more wisdom.